Mike Gross, rockinguitarlessons.com. One of my favorites, man, Vinnie Moore, with the song called, I'd written the, I don't know if I wrote it wrong or you gave me the wrong name. Midnight Rain is the name of the song, but I think you requested Midnight Horizon. I don't know, maybe I mixed that up. But this is per request of Duck V811. So tune standard, it's got that full-on Hendrix vibe. It's using a minor 7 chord instead of that E7 sharp 9 that Hendrix used a lot. This is really cool. 7A, 5D, 7G, and 8B. You're gonna hit the low E and then go down, up, down, up. Okay? And he's vibratoing some of these chords. You'll have to listen. I've got some phasers and flangers running through this. Vinnie Moore, his kicks in on the 3rd time around. And then another upstroke, so, and then a open E again. And then 2 hits on that chord, but make them choppy. At least the first one. And then do the first one again. And then hit that low E and go. That's 7G, 8B. You're going to do a whole step slide. That means 2 frets. And it's going sharp, so it's this way. Up to 9, 10, and then slide it back to 7, 8. Don't pick it when you get up here. Go. A lot of times in these cases people go. He's not doing that. That's the main rhythm hook there at the beginning. That goes 3 times. Okay, and then on the 4th one, it's kind of half of what you just did. Okay, so it'll go up to there on the 4th one, and then hit the low E and go. We have, this is a little different. You'll slide up. It's the 7G, 8B again, sliding to 9 and 10. And this time, don't slide it back. Just pick 7 and 8. So and then bar the 7th fret, D and G, or you can use 2 fingers. Slide that to 9, and then pick 7, 7 again. So 14th fret. This is a pentatonic, E pentatonic minor here, pattern 1. 14G. Do a whole step bend, release, and bend again. Then go 12B, 15B, and back to 14G bend. So it's, and then do like an exaggerated release bend. 12G, 14G, and then pick the 14G again and bend it a whole step, and then 12G heavy vibrato if you can. So. Then go 14D to 12D, that's alternate picked, down up. Okay, so 15B, do a whole step bend, release, and bend it back. 12E, 15 and 12B, 14G, whole step bend. Bar the 12th fret, B and E. So it's then 15 and 12B. So And then 14G, whole step bend again. And then bar the 12th fret B and E. Hit them in that order. So. That's 14G, bend, release, pull off to the 12th fret. That sounds like this. I put this finger down to help bend it and stabilize it, but I get it out of the way before I pull off. And then back to, so we have back to 14G, just a bend, not a release. And then 12G, vibrato. And then down up on 12G. Step and a half bend, 15th fret high E. So, and then a half step bend after that. So, 12E, 12B, I would just bar that. Or, yep, and then 15B, whole step bend. And then 12, 15, 12 on the high E. And then 12B. So 15B, you're doing that whole step bend. Okay, I hope I'm not forgetting the part here. Yeah. Okay, 12E, 15B, 14G, bend, release, pull off to 12. We did that little thing earlier. And then 14G, bend, whole step, and then 12G. Alright, this part, really cool. High E open, I would upstroke that. 3B, pull off to open. 2G, bend, release. Do that twice. Cool riff, huh? That's an octave lower from where we were up here. Okay, so only two of those. Ah, I'm forgetting the easiest part. Yeah, 2G, whole step bend. I use two fingers because the nut, you gotta fight the, that's causing resistance there. Then by itself on two open Gs. So. 2G, open D, two open Ds, and then hammer onto the second fret. Okay, and then the next part. Alright. I'll show you this. He's soloing over this, but it's kind of a cool little rhythm. And I just showed you part of a solo, so here's this. 3rd fret E, quarter step bend, and then open E, 2nd fret A, and 2nd fret D. I just bar it. Hit it twice. Palm mute the open E once, and then open A and D, and then 2nd fret A and D, and then again. So, actually, when you hit the 2nd fret on the A and D, hit the open E string with that. Can't remember the chord order here, so maybe I won't show you this part. Anyways, it's combinations of like a... And I can't remember whether it's G to D or D to A. I think it's G to D. I'm pretty sure, guys. 3E, 2A, 3B, 3E. And you would strum all 6. Actually, no, you wouldn't. A lot of rock players and metal players eliminate this B note, which is fret 2 on the A string, and they play it like this. If you watch players, start watching, you'll recognize these chords they're doing. And they just mute out the A. And I understand why. That for some reason that B note there just makes it sound a little too pretty. So you have, and then D major is 2G, 3B, and 2E. And take your thumb up here and kind of mute out that low E. Not kinda, but mute it. And then strum, that way you can strum all 6. So, and then you just start it over without those 2 chords at the end. Vinnie goes like this. Okay, so at the end of that little third chunk, you just hit the open E, 2nd fret, A and D. Okay, and then it starts again. I think D major to A major, but see, you know, I'm sitting here guessing, man. Wasn't really going to show that part. The main part I was focusing on was that Hendrixy rhythm with that's on E minor 7 chord, and then the soloing, which all that was through E minor pentatonic scale, pattern 1. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. I love Vinnie Moore. I definitely will do some more Vinnie Moore on this channel. Probably more so when I get into the solos. Certain song, is it Morning Star? Which I may do. I used to know that. It was like, yeah, I may do that one. I think it's called Morning Star. But anyways, make sure you subscribe, you guys, to this channel. Once you do that, send me your favorite songs. I'll get them for you the way these guitar players are playing them. Get the tuning right, strings and frets. It's important, man, to me. And that way, anything worth doing is worth doing right. And of course, some of these guitar players change things up. They don't. Most of them do. They don't play it the exact same way. But you know, when I figure something out, I try and go with that version. And usually, it's the studio version. Website rockinguitarlessons.com. $25 a month will get you in. It's going to be a very user-friendly site. Pick up your guitar and start learning type site without having to know a bunch of theory. Email rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. If you want to personalize your lessons with me, hit me up on Skype. If you don't have Skype, it's super easy. Go to skype.com. You need a webcam. Send me a friend request to Rockin Guitar Lessons, and we can set up a day and a time that works for you that's convenient. And it's $50 an hour, $25 for a half an hour. Add me only if you're doing the lessons. All my Skype friends are students from around the world, actually. And it makes it easier for me. It's starting to really take off, and it's confusing if I have people on there that just want to ask questions. I'm cool with answering them, but use my Hotmail email for that, or hit me up on YouTube. And that's it, guys. My PayPal email, if you want to make a donation to this channel, is tvxpunk@aol.com. Thanks, guys. Spread the word if you don't mind. Mike Gross, rockinguitarlessons.com, and youtube.com/rockinguitarlessons1. Later on, man. How's it start now?